live, and Ashley is spilling the tea, but we'll see how the tea pans out over here. But she's got questions. Questions for me. I got questions for her. This wonderful human being, sorry, not sorry, Ashley, was one of the fastest people I've ever seen to hit 1,000 subscribers. And if anybody's here, we know why.
Stop
Because
it.
you are one of the most genuine human beings on social media right now.
Oh my gosh.
And please, guys, get in the comments. But it is so refreshing having just an honest voice, being true, like true to who you are, having the tough conversations. And I remember saying this to you when we first had our show.
Mhm.
Your chats, like you have a community in your comments, but it's
Yeah.
there's very rare for, and please don't give me too much pushback on this, guys, but like there's very few places that men can be vulnerable and honest
Mm.
that they don't get judged.
Mhm.
And your comment section was one of the first, hands down, that I did not mind and actually felt encouraged to just be myself.
Oh my gosh.
Like drop the polish, drop the bullshit, fuck corporate, and let's be ourselves.
Yeah.
Although my only regret is I didn't wear a hat today, and I feel like that would have been the fitting addition.
So I
Now that you
don't know.
know that I've
You're sporting your new look. Which you're not going to escape that story. We're going to share that bad boy with everyone.
oh
Um,
god.
but I will say, I don't think anyone's going to come at you for just the honest like reflection of what I'm trying to do with the comments, right? And the way that people show up, which is not that's I don't know. I can't take credit for the fact that you guys feel brave enough to
Mm,
do that. They
it's
will, however, come at you with fucking pitchforks and fire if you try to steal my hat. That is me. That is a me thing, Nick.
valid, very fair. I was gonna say you kind of threw me off a little bit because I was like, actually, you did create the culture, and
Yeah.
you do a really good job of shutting people down when they're offside
Mhm. Mhm.
because you
Mhm.
do not let bullshit slide. And maybe just for everybody here, if they haven't caught all of your posts, you got a couple great firsts. Great firsts.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, we all deal with trolls, right? Everybody's got
Yeah,
one of
but not
those.
usually dick pics in the feed. Like,
Good
holy
God, that
crap.
it literally happened this morning. It happened this morning. I was like, "What is That's why I wore my stabby vibes hat because it's how I'm feeling about life. So, I'm just scrolling, I'm going through, I'm liking, I'm sharing the love, I'm leaving comments, and wham, there it is. And I was like, what is happening right now?" And okay, look, very few things surprise me. Okay. First, I am a doctor. So my thought was, listen, bruh, do you need some antibiotics? Like, do you have a question? Do you need some medical advice? Okay. I'm not surprised. And while very few things surprise me, even less impresses me. And I can assure you, he didn't make the impressed list. And so I was like,
Molly's losing it too. She's like, what? Oh my
yeah,
god.
yeah, Molly. It was just
Molly,
like
isn't it making it better when she explains it too? Sorry, buddy, it's not a jaw dropper. You should just put that away. You're just gonna
yeah,
lose
please, like,
friends.
let's just keep that one. I'm all about being authentic and being yourself, but maybe not this time. Um, and so, yeah, so no, that really happened. And you know what was wild about it is I clicked this person's, how you can click on their bio or whatever, and I didn't see it in that person's activity feed. And so I was like, what is like, did they just drop this here, then delete it from their feed so that you can't like trace it back or whatever? So anyway, yeah, I just hit the whatever the three dots, to put like, and I blocked his ass, and then I dropped it as a report for porn because I was like, nobody comes to like nobody nobody shows up to Substack to see that. Like if you took a wrong
I was
turn
gonna say, be
from like
careful with your wording
OnlyFans,
here. You might get yourself in trouble. We might get bad for this.
I all I'm saying is I did feel that I had some level up or achievement unlocked today with that particular situation. And so I decided to have fun with it.
So we're at lucky number 13 so far that I can see that are watching, which we're climbing.
Yeah.
But I have to ask, what is the one thing that has been your favorite part of this journey so far? Because it's been what, just over 3 months
3
that you've
months.
been?
Yeah. My favorite part. Yeah, sorry, Molly. Welcome. Please, feel free to add. My favorite part of this journey so far, I honestly, it's
She
the
says me right
people.
now. I just might implode, but
Okay, I mean, you're one of the first people,
okay.
though, like we were, like
Well,
we were
it's
one.
crazy to think because I think you were in your first 50 subs when we first started talking, and then you're like, "Oh, I'm like skyrocketing." I look back, I'm like, "What the hell, Ashley?"
Also, that was me too.
Boom.
Also, what the hell? Everyone's like, "What's your trick?" I'm like, "Fuck if I know. I didn't do anything special to do this. I don't know." Um,
It's because your husband's just an excellent moderator, and he's like, "Honey, be honest." Ooh, fuck, not that honest.
be honest, but not that honest. I need you to like to just bring it back a little bit. No, I mean, in all seriousness, my favorite part has been the people. And what's wild about it is when I talk to my friends who are not on Substack and I try to explain to them the Substack experience with the people, they're
It's
like,
so
"But
different versus
it
LinkedIn or
is.
anything else.
It
Like
is." And
it's
they don't I don't until you're here and you understand it. I'm like, "No, these people are legitimately my friends." Like, I'm like trying to figure out how I can budget to go do coffee dates all over the globe
did I freeze?
and be able to like see people in real time. And they're like, "But these are strangers." Nick, are you still here?
I'm still here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, but your camera just disappeared.
Why?
I don't know. I was gonna say maybe because we were stuck on 13 and it was just bad vibes, but we're up to 15 now.
Okay,
So
let's see if I can fix it. We're gonna troubleshoot. I'm gonna go headless.
you're gonna go headless. So I'm gonna continue on with the story. So it is the people. It really is the people. And I don't think unless you're here and you're engaging with the humans that you understand. But that's been the favorite part. And I really didn't expect
Ah!
it. You're back. Hello.
Troubleshooting real time.
Good job. So
You just
impressed.
scared your honesty just scared my computer so much. It's like, fuck this, I'm out.
I mean, this is a real problem for me. The technology, it just it like shakes, and destroys itself when I show
Your,
up.
your husband's text me. He's like, be careful what you ask. She'll be honest with everything.
It really does. You're not kidding. It was one of the scariest parts of me being an anesthesiologist. Like, I am convinced that it just can't handle my aura. Like, literally, I walk into a room, shit breaks. I don't know what's wrong. So I call my husband in. I'm like, "What is happening?" And he's like, "Pushes button. It works." I'm like, "I promise I tried that 7 times."
But did you turn it off and turn it back on again?
Yes. The answer is yes, Nick, I did.
And then the first person that comes in does exactly that and it works the first time and you're like,
Pisses me off every time. I'm like, "Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. You assume I'm an idiot. It's cool. It's fine. I own it."
I understand because sometimes it's like, why is technology plotting against me? Like I talk it up and like I'm its best, supporter, and then it just does me dirty, and it's like, well, well, I guess not. Well, ladies and gents, as you're watching, if you'd like to know anything about the wonderful Ashley, please go and throw it in the chat. Throw your questions because this is what this is all about, is about having open and honest conversations.
Yep.
Or if you'd like to know about the journey on Substack, so if you're new to Substack and you want to know what does it take to actually build a community, because I think this is the one thing I see is all too often people just try to monetize right away.
Oh, yeah. Mhm.
And I think that's what kills things. And you had mentioned something about this. I can't remember if it was this week or last week about really leaning into your audience and actually listening and watching and paying attention to what they actually care about. And it was interesting because it wasn't the marketing perspective that I normally hear. I
Mhm.
normally hear, oh, well, go and do this, figure out your ICP, figure out your
Mhm.
personas, speak
Yeah.
to the specific person. And you're just like, no, screw that.
Yeah.
Be
Was that my
yourself and figure out
fucking
what
it might have been my fucking niche note. I don't know.
I, I'm not sure. You've had a couple.
I mean, these are like real-time thoughts that come out for you guys. And so, to be honest,
This is like what every marketer wishes they could say. Like they have this ICB card and it's like, silly Sally.
oh, Nick. So I'll be honest. I mean, we were going to the plan was to hop on this live, happy to answer any questions, all about building the community, of course, and just riffing off of one another.
If you use the
And
wrong word, it's razzing. We're going to be razzing each other because
that's,
apparently we have questions for each other.
yeah, yeah.
And it's the truest sign of love.
This may be a frenemy relationship by the time we're done. So here's what happened, you guys. So I'm totally telling on Nick. So we were chatting, and I was like, hey, we should hop on another live because it was so much fun, and I just genuinely enjoy hanging out with you. Also, I don't have, like, everyone knows about my squirrel brain. I can't plan that far in advance, so please don't ask me questions ahead of time. Let's just hang. And he was like, what do you want to call it? And I said, Nick, I hate titles. And he was like, yeah, that's not surprising. So then he takes the reins. I'm totally throwing your ass under the bus. And he's like, Ashley Butler gets to 1,000 subscribers. And I'm like, anything but that, Nick. Like, okay, so I guess we're going to do this.
Molly has a good question.
She does have a good question.
What was the biggest mistake you made early on that slowed your growth?
Listen, sister, the growth has slowed now, and I don't know what I'm doing wrong. That's the honest truth. I started, my first post came out like February 24th or 27th or something like that.
Posted on my birthday of all time, Sue. No wonder we became besties.
No wonder. So I posted a really vulnerable piece that I actually hadn't planned on having anyone ever see except for me and my feelings. And a good friend of mine read it and was like, I think you should share this. And everyone assured me, Molly, I promise I'm going to answer your questions. Everyone assured me, we need this side quest. Everyone assured me it would be a black box for 6 to 12 months. No one's going to pay attention. You're going to be posting into the void. Nobody gives a shit who you are, what you're saying. Cool. Awesome. I was like, great, because I'm literally here for me trying to figure my own shit out. And I post that, and it has 500 views, like 500 reads. Not the impressions were higher, 500 reads, and like 100 likes, just as many comments. I ended up with 15 subscribers just from that one post. And everyone's like, posts don't drive subscribers. I'm like, it does if it says something. And then, sorry. And then the, and then it was just like, it was just like, where did all of these people come from? When I started, it was like my mom, my husband, like some really good friends, like all of the pity that I could possibly obtain. and then
I wrote something really raw and honest. You should read it.
Yeah. And then, and then it was just this exponential growth. And I was like, what happened? And so I don't know. I mean, I would say that never trust the algorithm. So here's the thing. I think everybody's here looking for numbers. And honest to goodness, I didn't come for numbers. I really didn't show up to build a business. I wanted to be a writer, right? I've been on podcasts, I've been on stages, I've done all of these things. I didn't feel as comfortable writing. I wanted to get good at the craft.
I actually think that you're being a little too modest. What you really went after was good conversation.
Yeah.
I honestly think that's all it was.
Yeah.
And you dismissed anything that was not good, that was not meaningful, that was superficial, and either you called it out or you just moved on.
Yep.
Where most people, and everybody in the chat, please like chime in if you agree, but how many people are like, great post? Oh, this was amazing.
Yep.
Like and subscribe.
I followed you. Follow me back.
But it's like that. It's this weird ecosystem where people like you get the quick crew that they come in there and just want quick likes, and they want to try and cheat the system, but they don't actually want to do anything worth paying attention to.
Yeah.
But one of the things I learned when I was doing social selling and teaching it to companies is that people just crave good conversation because it's so rare today and so much is so superficial and like it just is like that surface skim
Yep.
that people just don't want it anymore. And that is why I gravitated towards you
Mm-hmm.
because I don't think we've really ever had a surface level exchange. And when we had, it's because we've had like different chats that have like played on that we've had this like inside joke carrying on for a
Yeah,
few
and
different
everyone's like, "What
ones.
the fuck are they talking about?" Like, "Well, you gotta go back 7 notes and 3 comments." Yeah. No, I this is why I love having these conversations with you, Nick, because I feel like you're such a good mirror and you're able to pull threads, that's not just like, "Oh, look,
Wow, this camera is like a product
shiny
placement.
thing."
Hey, like I take a drink and it's like,
Are you getting paid for this?
no, but I'm gonna have to go and make sure I have a brand on something now that I know it does that. It's like that's not
That's
programmed in. That's just it's trying to go and get the money shot apparently.
Zoom into the mustache camera. Come on, mustache camera. Anyway, so Molly, what is the biggest mistake I made early on?
Not
I
being
think
yourself.
it's what'd you say? Did
No,
it
I'm
just
just
zoom in
teasing.
on you because of what you just said?
Maybe.
I think
You
it's
told it
not
to focus on the mustache, so now it's just like,
it's really doing it. Um, Biggest mistake, I think it's being afraid to start. I mean, I can say that, right? Because I've been writing since December and like I was pissing around, making up all of the excuses in the world on why I'm not ready to go to Substack yet and I can't do X, Y, and Z. And now looking back at it, I'm like, well, damn, I should have just I should have just done it, right? Because the only thing stopping me at that point was fear. And for people who love to learn, which is me, I feel like procrastination can show up in I need to learn this, I need to do this, I need to do all these things, I need to perfect this before. And I was just like, this isn't there's nothing to perfect. You're literally a messy ass human being who's just trying to figure her shit out. Just go
but I
do the
think that's
thing.
why it worked. Like so many people either try to be too polished. We talked about this before,
Yeah.
and then there's nothing sticky because they don't feel human. People can't understand them because, like, what do you mean you've never had problems and you've never had anything happen?
Mhm.
And you just put it out there. And I think
Mhm.
that was the one thing I noticed on your posts is that every time you were super vulnerable, not a
Mhm.
little, but like super vulnerable, you
Mhm.
blew up
Mhm. Yeah.
because people, you were tying into big emotions that everybody has,
Mhm.
but so many people have been taught to be afraid to share them.
Yep.
But
Yep.
the thing, it's so fascinating. Like the exact opposite happens because I swear, whenever we were social selling, it was the same thing. The more human you were,
Mhm.
and built that genuine connection based on like trust,
Mhm.
not a bait and switch or some other salesy
Yep.
bullshit,
Yep.
but you were just an authentic human being.
Yep.
People genuinely connect, and I think that's why so many people are here today. Is
Mhm.
that because they want to hear you because they know that you're just going to be yourself.
Mm.
And it's so rare today to have somebody just roll in, not scripted, no title,
Yeah.
and when we say riff, like it's genuine riff.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
we're just having an honest conversation, and maybe our next one's gonna have to be called the Battle of the Side Quest because I feel like that's how our
Sorry.
conversations
I
go.
got back to the answer, I promise. I mean,
You
it's just,
did. I'm not mad.
just winding. I try to take
Molly
a lot
never
of
got
those
mad
side
at you,
quests
so
out
it's
of my
okay.
writing. What?
Molly never got mad.
Oh, good.
Andy joined in, so like we're
Awesome.
good.
It works. It works. Um, Here's what so you touched on something because I get a ton of questions in DMs. I get a lot of questions in DMs like, "Oh," or I got a comment earlier today and it was like, "Wow, like how did you do it?" The thing is, you guys, like honest to goodness, there's no trick. The people and I hesitate to even lean into this because I want to help you guys grow. Like if numbers are important to you, fine, we can talk about that. The growth that's important to me, the growth I actually want to help people with is the inner growth because those numbers,
Mm,
whatever it is you think you're looking for in those numbers, I can promise you, as a high performer who has chased numbers for a very long time, it is never going to fill whatever fucking hole you're trying to fill. I promise.
amen.
I promise. But if that's important to you because you're not quite there yet on the inner work piece to the, on your own journey or whatever, that's fine. We can talk about it. But I don't want to grow because I can teach people how to grow on Substack, because there is no trick. And the people that are selling you the tricks and telling you the things to do, the truth of the matter is they are selling you what worked for them. And when they
Hopefully.
initially, well, yeah, hopefully. We won't take that, right? But when, like, they're giving you a prescription, and people can sniff that shit out. People know it. And
Well,
so,
they're trying to justify creating content.
yeah.
It's not because they want to. And this is one thing, if anybody goes back to our first show and you go and listen to what Ashley was saying, like a lot of times she just riffs on her notes.
Yeah. I
But
don't plan those. Yeah.
that's the magic. Like this is so annoying, but it's very true. I used to plan my LinkedIn posts. Previously, when I was a LinkedIn influencer, I would plan posts. Like sometimes I'd put in 10 hours into a post.
Woof.
And then I would go and riff one morning because something was pissing me off. And guess which one did better?
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're
Yep.
like, fuck, seriously? But
Yep.
what it taught me is that we hide our scars, but our scars are badges of honor. And it's one of the exercises I used to do with reps to find their superpower is
Mm.
I got them to go and write out what were the 3 to 5 awful experiences that changed the way you see the world.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Why?
Yeah.
How?
Mm-hmm.
And lean into that. But it follows how you grew so fast, almost to a T. Plus, what you did is in your notes, and this is something that you guys should go and take a look at later, and then I'll answer 1001 paperclips question. But you did a behind the scenes without doing a behind the scenes. Like how many
Mm.
people know you love hats?
Yeah.
But
Mm-hmm.
it's almost those stupid little things are like me and you are inside jokes that we carry.
Yeah.
Like I know for now, Ashley's going to be commenting on my slutty mustache for the foreseeable future, and I will never live that one down. But
Follow me for more tips on how to make Nick feel this big.
that was generous, but thank you.
Mm-hmm. And I'm not talking about the picture I saw earlier today. I don't know what Nick looks like there. Okay, just had to. Sorry, I couldn't help it. Don't die. Don't die. I know my way around airways,
I
but you're in
just about made
Canada.
a mess. It's like I didn't think you were gonna go there, but of course you did.
Sorry.
Okay, 1001
Not
paperclips
sorry.
question is: as you scale naturally, how do you manage the engagement, community, quality of conversations? Whoa.
This one,
Can I give one just like off the cuff and we'll
please
riff on it?
do, because I don't know. I
Know
have
your
no.
values,
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's a good one.
because that was the biggest thing I noticed. Is that it's a weird thing, but anytime something pissed me off and it stuck with me and had that residue that like lived rent free in my brain,
Mm-hmm.
after journaling for years, I realized that because I wasn't living towards my values, and it made me feel it was almost like an identity crisis because I
Mm-hmm.
wasn't showing up who I was.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the kind of same what we were just talking about earlier to go and build your initial audience is you have to get enough people doing that because then they actually know who you are, what you stand for, and what you mean, because that's the context that allows people to go and rally behind you.
Mm-hmm.
There's the big idea, but there's
Yeah.
all those small little ideas, those values.
Yeah.
And I think one of the things that I learned when B2B Power Hour really took off and
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't us driving it anymore is we switched from the driver to the referee.
Yep.
And
Yep.
it's what kind of conversations are okay? How do we have these tough conversations? And
Mm-hmm.
how do we keep this in a predictable environment where people know they can show up and they won't be punished for it?
Right.
And
Right.
I think that's the key that we followed. I'm not saying it's the only one, but that's what worked for us.
Well, and to your point too, and
Sorry,
I
I
saw
just read.
Andy. Yeah. Definitely not here.
And
Yeah.
Andy got me for that one.
Nope. Yep. Andy's a fellow hat lover. So if you need we may start a fan club.
Mm.
So, so 1001 paper clips. Chad, if you guys haven't checked him out, does a lot of really cool short stories. So, you know, managing the engagement, the community, the quality of the conversations, I think the values piece is right on the money there, Nick. Like I haven't defined those in any way. Like I don't honest to goodness, I did not come here with a strategy. I have no strategy. I'm literally just doing this stuff
I
as
don't
it
like
feels right.
titles, Nick. Don't script this.
Right? Like
I wasn't going to script. I was just going to have some questions ready.
uh-huh,
No,
uh-huh.
Nick.
That scares me.
I don't
No,
know if
Nick.
that's what I want to talk about.
Exactly. Exactly. I was like, let's
I
just
don't know
do
where
it
my
in a moment.
ADHD is going to take me today.
Exactly. That's right. And you know what? If you'd come with all those questions, we wouldn't have gotten to cover the bingo card. Okay. So if somebody comes in, I want the comment section to feel like a safe place for everyone, right? So if somebody comes in dropping shit on somebody that's commented or coming to like jack with the vibe, and I'm a like you can say what you do you boo, right? But if you are here to harm in some way, I will delete and block your ass faster than you can blink your eyes. And so that to me is it feels like the only way at this particular time in which I can kind of manage, but a lot of times like people will come into comments, we'll disagree, we'll go back and forth. Like my husband literally just scrolls through and like reads the comments for entertainment sometimes. Um
Me
and
too.
and so yeah,
Maybe me
so
and him just got to go and do a show of us just going and scrolling through your comments and commenting on the comments.
oh
That'd
my
be
god,
fun.
it'd be like what was it, like the Theater 3000, like where they like watch the old-timey shows and just like make
There's our
fun of that.
fireside chat.
That would be amazing. Only problem, he will not be on camera. He is and I do my best to protect him, and his identity. I'm happy to be public less so, which is probably good because then I have a safe place to go, if I get overwhelmed.
Balance.
Um but the community piece, and if you guys heard me on a live that I did recently, one of a piece of advice that was given to me was like, "Oh, outsource your comments." And I'm like, or outsource or automate. And I was like, "But this is the
Outsource
most
your
fun."
humanity?
Outsource to like a VA for
I know, but I
somebody
mean,
to.
like, outsource your humanity? Like, that's
Yeah,
like
that's
the glue that
exactly.
holds everything together.
That's my point. I was like, "But this is the place that I have the most fun."
See, this is
It
why we're
really
friends.
does feel, and I had a note about this, like it it really does feel like candy. Like I'm rotting
Mm.
my brain just playing around in notes and comments with you guys when I should be writing long form, right? Which feels like that friction feels like it should be good for me, but I enjoy the community and I feel like it's real. And
But
so
I think that's why it works for you is that you have such a thriving community in the comments, but it must help with writing long form too, because
it does spark
because
ideas.
this is the one thing I noticed is when we started to finally have enough people commenting, and this will go into Steve's question, but when we had enough people commenting, then we knew what was important.
Yeah.
We also knew what people just didn't understand and was bugging them on a regular basis. So we knew
Yeah.
if it was coming up all the time that
Yeah.
it's like, oh, this is probably something we should probably, check off and like make sure we actually tackle because it's obviously a big problem. Like, did you ever have a thought of who will care about my point of view? This everybody,
Yeah.
everybody goes through imposter syndrome
Yeah. Well,
because
I
we're
think that
taught you have to be perfect,
yes,
right?
and so I'm gonna add to that, Nick. Also, if you had more of your thought, I'll zip my lip for 3 seconds. Go. Do you have
Sure.
anything else to add?
The big thing is that we discount our experience.
Mhm.
People don't need someone that's 50 steps ahead, have their doctorate and like have gone and like, and don't get me wrong, like those things aren't bad, but you don't need that. What
Mhm.
people need is just someone that's one or two steps ahead that have actual lived experience doing that. That's
Mhm.
all.
Mhm.
And either you're playing referee by learning from others and sharing what you learn,
Yep.
or you have it firsthand.
Yep.
That's all. But
Yep.
we get taught to discount that experience because someone else is better. Yeah,
Mhm.
someone else might be better, but not necessarily better for who you're talking to
Mhm.
because you just lived through it and you can say it in a way that's simple that they understand. And there's so much value in that, and it gets discounted on a regular basis,
Yeah.
and it pushes us to feel like imposters. And this is why I think your notes win because they are the glue with your comments that holds everything together.
Mhm.
And I'm not saying that if you removed all your comments that the 1,000 subscribers wouldn't have happened,
Yeah.
but I think that's what makes you so sticky and why people keep coming back. Because I literally go through your comments to join in
Mm.
the comments. You've seen me do it
Yeah.
several times
Yeah. Yeah.
because they're amazing.
Mhm.
And but we get into something so much deeper past that surface level skim, and I feel like I really get to know people in the comments,
Yeah.
and you are definitely like, you highlight that so well.
Yeah. And that's what I love about it, like and especially too, so when you guys come together and I'm like and then all of a sudden I see you guys hanging out in other comments together and I'm like, "Look at that." I was like, "I know where they met because I watched them, like, interact here," you know? So it's really neat to see the community, like, grow and expand, and you guys are, like, making friends with each other and and just watching the support grow, and I mean, again, I didn't know that that's what I was going to do when I first started. The other thing that I am gonna comment on, I'm gonna push back a little bit. Well, I don't know if it's pushback. I'm gonna add. Here's how I approach it. And Steve, this might help you a little bit. When you feel this overwhelming idea that you have to monetize something, fuck that shit, okay?
Real
You
talk.
do you do not sorry, I know. I cuss
No,
like a
no,
sailor. I
no,
think
no.
everybody who's here probably knows at this point. Like if you're not game for it, you're not coming. Um, but the this idea that you have to come and perform. Let me tell you something. As soon as you take money from someone, you now owe them something. Thanks, Hyde. You now owe them something, right? And so if you are here trying to grow, right? If you have a thought in your mind, who will care about my point of view? That is a growth opportunity for you. It's a growth opportunity for me. I was scared shitless, which is why I went 3 months writing and not posting anything, right?
Me
We all
too.
have this like, "Oh god,
I was closer to a year, but
okay, well, who's counting? It's fine, it's fine." Uh, um, but the idea is that as soon as you come in and you believe that you have to perform because you need to take money, you need to get likes, you have to have subscribers, you when you start doing it for the outside world, you lose the inner voice that the outside world comes to listen to anyway.
mm,
And so I would encourage you guys to lean into my notes are basically how I talk. My notes are how I talk. The way that I write my posts, that's how I talk, right? A lot of times I'm
I
having a
can confirm
conversation.
this is true. There might be a little less swearing in the
That is
actual
true.
notes.
I try to, like, limit it. I try to limit it a little bit. Um, but but
That's the only thing.
that's me. That's the only thing. That's me. So, I guess my big push for you guys is you all have unique gifts and talents that you are bringing to this community. And you have an opportunity to lean into your unique voice in a world sorry, I'm on a soapbox. In a world that is telling you to move faster, produce more, go, 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 go. What if you just slow it the fuck down for a minute and you lean into the friction of what it is to figure out your own humanness and then you share that?
Hell yes. I was gonna go and add on to this because Molly had a great question that went with this.
Mhm.
Molly also had something interesting, but we should get you a hat that has like something on the front, and then if you get pissed off, you spin your hat around and it says "fuck that shit."
Oh my god, can we do this?
That
Can
would
we
be
make this
awesome.
happen?
We should design that, and we should get you merch. I'm
I
in.
agree. Hey, Daniel has a 3D printer. Daniel, is this something that you think we could figure out how to 3D print? Okay. Okay, I'm done. Go on.
Have you ever regretted sharing something personal? Fuck
Oh.
yes. But the irony is, the things I regret sharing, I did for the wrong reasons
Oh.
and caught myself after because it was against my values.
Mhm.
The stuff that I was scared to share, I was happy I did after, which we talked about last show,
Yeah. Yep.
because I realized that people had so many similar experiences or similar thoughts.
Yep.
And it made it so we had such deeper relationships. And I just did not expect that because everything I had been taught or learned or taught myself. about the world that would do the exact opposite, and it was the most freeing experience of my life.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, couple of things I wanted to, so I will answer Molly's question. Have you ever regretted sharing something
Not a
personal?
hat, but you can get a hat hook. Yes.
Oh, well, I don't need a hat hook. I mean, I do need lots of hat hooks. I have a hat wall. I want the
TBD.
hat
We'll
wall
we,
to
we'll we'll
expand.
we'll figure this out. We'll go
Yeah,
and
don't
have
take
like
my
a hat
squirrel
hook.
down.
Yes.
Do not distract her. You see how I went there so fast? I was like, productize. Okay. So, Molly. So I haven't actually regretted sharing something personal. I suppose that's a yet. I guess it could always happen. Here is one thing that I do. So I write a lot. I write a lot. You guys do not get a post except like once a week, right? Um there are some memories, some experiences, some things that I have happen that I save just for me. Those are core memories that aren't going to go out because they're so special.
So just to clarify, do you journal every day, and that's how this content comes to be? And then depending on how you feel about the content, then you decide what you post and what you don't?
Yeah, so I know
Oh,
I write like long form. I write long form daily. I'm generally telling stories for myself to like
mm,
process, and then I will kind of make a determination on like, okay, is this one's like, do I feel like this one is like not just a me problem but could help someone else? And if that's the case, then I will post it.
I didn't
Um,
realize that was your process, because I that's where all my content comes from too, is journaling every day.
yeah. And well, and that's what I was gonna say, Nick. You had talked about like helping somebody a couple steps behind you and like and leaning into your knowledge and like your experience and what you have. And I used to I thought that that's what I needed to do as well. Um, except that's not what I'm doing. You guys are getting a real-time view of the things that I'm learning and leaning into and growing, and
Mm.
I've got the
Building
this
in public. It's the most
yeah,
beautiful thing you can do.
yeah,
Take people
and
on the journey.
that's right, and I think that, um, you know, the I share my knowledge where I can. I coach in comments a lot, right? Like, I'll drop things. I think, it's somebody like just they posted a note and they were like, "Hey, looking for some advice on like what happens when your client list gets low." So I just dropped my process down, right? Of like how I build a sales funnel, how I close deals, how I do those things, because I know how to do it. And if you're asking for advice, I'm happy to provide it. But I don't do a lot of like how tos in my writing because again, the writing is for me first. It just gets shared with you guys, and so a lot of it's reflective type essays where I'm learning a lesson sort of in real time, or I'm relearning a lesson, which happens more often than not. And I'm like, damn, I thought I figured this out.
What the
But the thing
fuck?
is, exactly.
Like, how many times you're like, I forget who was talking about this, if it was Alicia or somebody else, about something about going back to basics. And I was like, the amount of times I've relearned simple
Mhm,
lessons only
mhm,
to realize that
mhm.
the innovative way of going about it
Yep,
was somebody's like token process that doesn't actually do better than what the foundation is, or like the
yep,
basic.
yep,
Like, crap.
yep.
Well, we
Um,
relearned.
the other thing I wanted to say is, yes, I so that I was gonna push. So you have your skills, right? But you have your unique voice. Lean into like I write about what I'm struggling with. I write about what I'm in my head about. That's what I'm writing about. I'm not I think a lot of the writing that I see is I learned this. Let me tell you about it. My whole thing is I want to show you. My goal is to show you and not to tell you what to think, but help you learn how to think for yourself because I don't want to sell you the fish. There are a lot of people in this Substack community, also the world, that they just want to sell you the fish. I don't want to sell you the fish. I want to teach you how to catch your own fish, right? Whatever that looks like. And I'm learning my own methods in real time and I'm sharing those things. So take what you will, right? learn what you can, and that's my goal. So yeah, and then
Just me, I just threw it in the chat, but that's a lot of time what I write about. What led to
Yep,
strong emotions and conversations this week?
yep,
Positive and negative.
yep, yep,
Because when you get a strong reaction,
yep,
that's something that's not the simple crap content we normally see, because
mhm,
people try to go and tread lightly instead of going
yep,
all in.
yep,
The other thing is, what were the aha moments that made people think or lean in and start to pay attention?
mhm,
And this is a lot of this is from sales, because a lot of the time
yeah,
I just lean on my conversations. So like
yep,
commenting is how I get a lot of my stuff. I'll test it in comments.
yep. Look for
And then if it
signal.
works well in the comments, then it's like, this is obviously a topic that people care about, so I should write about it. And
That's
then the
right.
last one is, what caught people off guard?
Yep.
And I just start there and I just journal on it, and then by the end of the week I have something that's worth sharing. Well, worth sharing, but
Whatever. Don't put yourself down. The other thing I wanted to call out. So, Steve, I saw share your humanness to train the next AI model. I had the same thought. I was like, well, shit, everything I do, everything I write, they're just going to gobble that shit up and they're going to spit it out. And they're going to like just steal me. And then I was like, they can't steal me. No AI system is out in the world experiencing the world through my lens, through my lived experience, through my stories. They can fucking try, but they are not going to be able to replace me.
no, the thing that people don't understand, and I'm talking personal and in business, especially in business, AI cannot replace good judgment.
Yep.
And that is why AI sucks. If you can use it for everything else, then it works
Right.
fine.
Right.
But it can't remove good judgment. And that's what content is you're judging what people want to hear.
Yep.
And sometimes we're right and sometimes we're wrong. I'll tell you that I'm wrong 80% of the time. Like the posts that I think are going to go viral or just people are going to go nuts over, I'm wrong 80% of the time. And that has been consistently true since I started. And then I'll do this like off the cuff post and it blows up. I'm like, why?
Well, that's the
What the
thing. I mean,
hell?
there's so much planning in what you just described,
Yeah.
right? So I would encourage you, right? Like be more in the moment, be more unscripted, and just say the fucking thing that you're thinking, right? We're talking about all of this surface level stuff and the importance of being able to go deep with people and say like cut through the bullshit. Do not give me the
Mm,
5-step framework. That is not human. That's the reason that okay, if it makes the brain feel good for like a moment, but the real change happens in the deeper conversations. It happens when you know you've got somebody in your corner who you can go to when you're like, hey, I've made it to step number 3 of this framework and I'm stuck. Who is the
yeah.
person in your corner who can say, like you're spinning right now? And the question we have to ask is what's next, right? What's the next best step you're going to take to get yourself out of the spin and prove that you are okay? I was in voice notes yesterday with a friend of mine who was helping me like get out of my own head because
Mm,
honest to goodness, you guys, I hit 1,000 subscribers and I was like, I I didn't come here for the numbers, and it was really starting to fuck with, like, old
mm.
old patterns for me on, like, how you go and win, right? And I was like, "I think I just need to turn it off for me. I think I need to turn it off for me because that's not why I came here." And could feel myself being pulled back into old patterns, and so I dropped this in a voice note, and the person came back and was like, here's the next best step to pull yourself out of that. And that is that's the human part, right? We want to see that another human sees us, hears us, understands us, and then has our back when we need it.
Well, it even plays into what Daniel was asking earlier. For
Oh,
us introverts, sometimes I stare at notes for way too long to reply or writing something. Combined
mm,
with the noise of the growth peddlers, how to see what's
yeah.
on the other side. I think the part so to me, content marketing is networking for introverts,
Mm,
because you go find what you want to talk about in your own time
mhm,
when you have the energy and when you have the safe space to do so. The problem I find is when I try to go in almost like a one meeting sale. You put all the pressure for this one result to happen instead of just letting it flow.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the moment that I realized that it's just a conversation
Mm-hmm.
and the goal isn't to be right, it's to go and start a conversation,
Mm-hmm.
then it stopped having pressure.
Right.
And kind of like what you were just saying, anytime that we got praised for hitting a certain metric, like, oh, we got 10,000 followers on our podcast, or oh, now we're getting 10,000 views per episode in like 24 hours.
Yeah.
You're like, oh shit, this is real. Now
Yeah.
it matters.
Yeah.
But the reality is, it always mattered. But if you change why it matters, then you change how you show up.
Right. That's right. That's right. And I just don't want to change the way I'm showing up, right? I don't want to go chase a thing that I didn't come to chase in the first place. And the thing I will add to what you just said too is it's just a conversation, and have fun. Have fun with the conversation. Be genuine and be curious. And if you can do those things,
Oh,
I mean, that's it. It's literally just actually like opening your ears and closing your mouth. And if you can do that, I mean, you're going to be ahead of 90% of the people here on Substack. There or in life. I mean,
I was
really.
chuckling when you said that because there was a gentleman I was helping last week, and he has a 5-year-old now.
Mhm.
And he's like, my 5-year-old just asks questions about everything. And I'm like, that is the exact mentality you need to have about social media. He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, just lean into your curiosity.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Ask because you care. Ask because you're interested. And if you just do that, then you'll leave the comments, or you'll leave the stuff that's not worth commenting on and the stuff that doesn't matter, and you'll
Yeah.
focus on what matters to you. And
Mm.
that's what sells.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that to like, don't use that as your way to go and build a business, but if you just build a brand based on what you care about, that is what brand is. It's a reputation.
Yes. So I want to say, Steve, thank you so much. I see your sarcastic assholery, which I am totally here for. Really appreciated that on the bingo card note today. Thank you so much. And then the other thing that I wanted to add was like this building of everyone's like, build your brand, build your brand, build your brand. I'm like, you're not building a brand. You think you're building, yes, you're building a brand, fine. But what you're actually, hold on. But what actually matters, what you're actually building, what is a brand? A brand is a reputation. And how do you build the reputation? It is not through the pretty words that you say, it is the actions that you take. And that is going to, if you can say one thing and you do something totally different, those two things don't jive.
Oh, how many people over the years have you met through social media and then meet in person and you're like, who the fuck are you?
Yes. Oh God. Oh.
It was the weirdest comment. I went to SaaStr years ago, the SaaS conference in San Francisco, San Mateo area, and I had people walking up to me like, "Oh, you're just like you are online." I was like, "Is a lot of people not?" And then I started meeting some other people, and I'm like, "Oh,
Yeah.
I did not understand, but now I
Yeah.
do."
Yeah. I'm like, well, I mean, and I think that's because trust
Yeah,
is
Daniel,
so,
be your brand, be
yes,
you.
that's it. Just
And
be
if
you.
you're consistently
Yep.
you,
Yep.
then that's where the reputation of the brand comes from.
That's right. That's
That's
right.
all.
Yep.
If they know how you're going to show up in comments, they know you're going to show up in conversations, they know how you're going to show up to support them or not.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If they know you only show up for money,
Yep.
like those are the things. Ooh, see, me and you can just blow through an hour
I
like
know. I know.
nobody's
Oh,
business, and it's the most impressive thing. So
it
everybody
really
listening,
is.
if you know someone that would appreciate this conversation, please tag them now. If you have a burning question for either of us, please ask it now.
Yay. Thanks, Nicole. Yeah. Please
And
ask.
and the last thing I'll say, if we
Yeah.
can convince Ashley to make this a monthly special, so I can go and build up my soapbox, because I feel like it gives me
Yeah.
time to buy a new hat too. So
I told you I'll come at you for that hat.
bring it.
Okay.
It's on.
I will find you. Yeah, no, I think
Almost
that
stampede time. So if you guys come and visit anytime, it is the time.
Okay, yeah, cool. Molly's in, so we've at least got one taker, which is awesome. And we of course want to make it we want to make it fun. We want to make it engaging.
Sarcasm is greatly encouraged.
It really,
Just
I mean, yeah, I mean, I'd be down. I'm gonna put you in charge of the logistics because let's be honest, if we leave Ashley in charge,
Nick's gonna create the titles.
okay, great. That's perfect. Nick can be in charge of the titles. That's great. Yeah,
Next one will be like episode 3942, side battles and quests. How do you
um,
feel about them?
and I'll try to do a better job. I don't really do a great job at promoting these things. I was like, how do I share this with everyone? I don't know. I suppose they just see that we're on board and whatever. So, yeah, but if it's a thing that we want to set up, then we can absolutely do that. I'm going to definitely continue to lean into the lives. Oh, I was going to say this about the comments and all the questions. So, my writing is for me. I don't actually end up writing anything that I see come up repeatedly like in the comments. It'll like my own notes will spark ideas of things I want to go deeper into. Um, but for the comments, the questions that I get in DMs, the comments that I get with questions, and then the whatever, something else. I need a snack. I need a snack. I need a snack. That's what I need. My brain is out of juice. Stop.
Sorry.
Mustache. Thank you for watching it in real time. You guys want to see what my brain's like? There it was. So I want to be able to do these Q&As more because again, the writing, I have a shit ton of business experience I want to be able to share. You guys have business questions, you've got questions about Substack, you've got questions about writing. Like I I would love to share the experience and be able to answer those questions in real time. But the writing is mine, and so I think the Q&As, the lives and things like that is a great way to be able to answer some of those questions and keep them in rotation for folks who may need to revisit.
Well, maybe we'll just have them as AMAs. Easy.
Cool.
Yeah, she's like, I don't really care as long as we don't put a title on it.
That's right. Like, just tell me where to be and when to be there. I'll show up.
It's true. Molly, you're in
Cool.
great company. We all overthink and also underthink. That is a very human quality that we all share.
Just keep your body part pictures to yourself. You should be good. As long as you're not underthinking there, I think you're on point, Molly.
So I'm gonna have to hide the mustache now in every post.
Oh, is there anything else that we can answer like in 30 seconds, Nick? I don't want to take you much past time either. I don't think so. I think we've just created a little group of monsters, which is amazing. If you're not already hanging out with Nick, go hang out with Nick too. I obviously appreciate you guys coming to hang out with me. But yeah, bebop around Nick's page, check him out. He's talking about cool stuff like, how to not be a sleaze when you sell things.
And if you just want to go in, if you have other questions about content or engagement, or a lot of what I do is social selling,
Yeah.
but it's just showing up authentically,
Mm-hmm.
which you wouldn't think as hard as it would be as difficult as it is, but it is an ongoing battle that I go through too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Cool.
I'm getting a hat for next time though.
Okay, you do it. You do it. Wait and see what my hat says. Everybody's gonna come just to see the hat battle. Ooh, can that be our No, nobody will come. Nobody will come for that. Don't call it that. We can't put Ashley in charge of titles.
What title was running through your head right now?
The hat battle. Look at his face. He's like, no, we're not doing that. It's fine. It's fine.
I'm impressed at how well you are at sales, but marketing? No, just kidding.
Listen, we've all got our strengths, okay? All right. I can sell ice to Eskimos. Can I make it sound pretty? Probably not.
I understand. It's
all right.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, thank you, everyone.
Thank you, guys. It was fun. And Nick, you'll get this posted, right? Or something?
I will.
Cool.
And it's 2026. It is no longer acceptable to suffer in silence. If you guys need help, reach out. You don't need to buy anything. Get in the comments, get in the DMs. It is a sign of strength, not weakness, and we're here to help you. So
Yay.
have a great weekend. Be your silly selves. And if you need help, you know what to do. So take care. And of course, thank you, Ashley, for one of my favorite conversations of the week. And I can't wait to do it again too.
Bye, guys.